everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today I have a Kamen Rider Ghost review for you. This is the DX Deep Specter Ghost Eyecon. Specter got a hold of this in a recent episode, and he transformed into the form you see here on the back. So the packaging is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Just the icon here, kind of a little divot in the packaging here, which I assume is kind of to simulate the antlers, which I think is kind of funny. Taking a look at the back just kind of shows how it works with the Ghost Driver. It does glow and I think makes sounds of it on its own. And then they also have the Deep Slasher. So we'll go ahead, we'll pop this thing out of its packaging and we'll take a closer look. So out of the package, taking a look at the Eyecon. I really like it. The back here is kind of a translucent deep purple. And I really like that coloring. It looks fantastic. It looks even better in person. Here's the QR code on the back. Pin system on the bottom. You can see the eye has kind of a glittery flecks in the red section here. And it's got kind of a half-closed eye, which just kind of makes it look sinister. I like it a lot. I really like the sparkly red eye section there. Like Boost, he's got kind of these like little horns and things on top. Up top it has a D. It says Deep Specter. And the holofoil sticker there obviously has some fun tricks in the light. So I think it's a really cool looking icon. I love the color scheme, and I really like all the kind of translucent and like sparkly aspects to it, for lack of a better term. Pressing the button is going to cycle through four kind of, the instructions call them monster sounds. It's just kind of like weird screeching sounds. And as you can see, the white section does light up like a pinkish purple. So then we're back around to the beginning. So, I mean, they're not the best sounds. They're not terrible. The speaker is here on the other button right there. They're just, I don't know, they're not that inventive to me. They're just kind of, I mean, I don't know what sounds I would expect, but it's kind of like Boost, where they just kind of random sounds, like flaming sounds in Boost, when I feel like it would have been cool if, like, just hitting it one time, almost like a Lockseed, where it kind of said the name of it, and then, you know, had a transformation sound, something like that. But in any case, I do like the aesthetic of the Eyecon. The sounds just aren't that great. But we'll go ahead and we'll check it out with the sounds with the Ghost Driver, because those sounds are actually pretty cool. Alright, so go ahead and pop open the Ghost Driver. Actually, I'm going to close that real quick. The cool thing to note is that as soon as you put this in, this will play sounds, but also this will play sounds as well, and you'll see what I mean. See, these sounds are actually coming from the Eyecon itself, not from the driver. So when you first put the Eyecon in, it says dive too deep, and then there's the initial sound from the driver, but then the driver kind of shuts off, and the pulsating sound waiting for you to activate is actually coming from the Eyecon itself, and the driver won't make any sounds until you actually, you know, open and close the handle here. So the next sound, it doesn't go straight to the Omega Drive. He has kind of a second power-up for him, so that's what it's going to go to next. And if you try to pull the handle, you know, open and close while the lights are still going, it won't register. You have to wait till it's all done. The next one is going to be the Omega Drive. So the next one is actually going to be the O-Minimum. With this icon, it's nice. You don't have to pull this open and close 4 times in a row. Just the 4th time itself is the O-Minimum. So there you go. That's it for the 4 sounds. Now, just for fun, if you happen to do this again, it's just going to go back to the Omega Drive. And if you do it again, so once you transform both times, it's just going to alternate between the Omega Drive and the O minimum. Now, I think it's possible. If you take this out and start from the beginning, I do think it's possible if you were to open and close this twice real fast to go from the first form straight to the Omega Drive, but let's try it. Alright, so that's the first transformation. So there you go. If you are playing and you want to go from the first form straight to the Omega Drive without having to transform a second time, you can just pull that twice. But I believe if you wanted to transform to the second mode now, you'd have to kind of pull it out and start all over again. Because if you do it now, once it hits the Omega Drive, it's just going to alternate between the Omega Drive and the O minimum if you keep doing this. So if you wanted to transform into the second form, you'd have to pull the Eyecon out and start over again. So I like this Eyecon a lot. I think it's pretty fun. I really like the design of it. I think the half-closed eye looks really menacing and cool. And I love the translucent purple plastic on the back. So I really like the aesthetics of it. The sounds that the Eyecon makes on its own are not that great. They're not bad. They're just not awe-inspiring. But I really do appreciate and I enjoy the sounds that it does make with the Ghost Driver, which is primarily the reason you're buying it anyway. I would assume most people are not buying this just to have the Eyecon by itself. So I think I love the aesthetic and I love the sounds it makes with the Ghost Driver. I definitely think it's worth picking up, considering it's usually somewhere in the area of like $10 to $15 before shipping. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the DX Deep Specter Ghost Eyecon from Kamen Rider Ghost, and thanks for watching.